Today we're going to be cooking Kerala Aviyal, a festive vegetable stew. I want to pause here for the ingredients and the preparation methods. Today we're going to cook a very special vegetarian dish called Aviyal, which is very popular during the festive season in South India, predominantly in Kerala. So let's have a look at the ingredients. It's a vegetable stew, so we have a mixture of different types of vegetables. Let's have a look at what we have today. We've got 1 cup of cauliflower cut in florets. We've got like half a cup of carrots cut into thick matchsticks like this. We've got 1 or 2 plantains, which are basically banana, but the flowery type, cut into almost the same size as the carrots in the strips. We've got 1 eggplant cut into sticks, which is the same size. 2 green chilies, which we cut into strips like this as well. We've got 1 medium-sized potato, which we cut into strips. Some long beans or green beans that we have cut into strips. 1 sprig of curry leaves. So these are the vegetables that we use for the stew. We'll need 1 onion, which we will grind with 1 cup of grated coconut. That will give it its richness. We'll need 1 cup of curd or yogurt, non-flavored. So this is like plain yogurt. This will thicken up the sauce. We'll need coconut oil, salt, and for the spices, not so much of spice. 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and a pinch of chili flakes. That's all we need. We don't want to overspice the dish because the richness comes from the coconut and the curd. So let's start cooking. So the first thing we want to do is to actually blend the coconut with the onions. So I'm just going to have the grated coconut with the red onion, and we'll add some water and grind it into a thick slurry or paste, and I'll come back after I have ground this. So I've added water and the onions into my blender. Okay, so let's just grind this. So I'm heating up a fairly large pot. I want to have a thick base. So first thing I want to do is to add in my maybe 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. Needs a bit of oil for this dish to make it richer. Okay, and the fragrance of the coconut oil will actually help it. I'm going to add in just the cumin seeds, just until it crackles. Okay, and we don't want to burn the cumin seeds. Now we want to start by adding in the vegetables, the hardest vegetable first, which are the carrots. And the cauliflower. So we'll leave the eggplant for now and the plantain for now. We'll add in our potato as well because this takes a bit of time to cook. Just gonna give it a stir. We typically don't add water. We'll let the vegetable cook slowly. So I'm just going to stir this thing up and let it heat up. I'm going to cover this and leave it for a minute before we add the other vegetables. It's been just over a minute. I'm going to add the other vegetables now. Just move this aside. I'm going to add the plantain. The brinjal or eggplant, the green chili, and we'll add the green beans as well. It's important to make sure that we actually have a large enough pot for this. Okay, just going to stir this for a bit. We'll go in and tip in our spices, our cumin powder, turmeric powder and chili flakes. Okay, we'll give it a stir. I'm going to let it cook for a minute and then we'll come back. So our vegetables has been cooking for a minute or so. You can see like the yellow color has soaked into the vegetables. Right, it might seem a bit yellow at the moment, but when we add the curd, it will go much lighter afterwards. Okay, so the vegetables are starting to cook right now, which is good. So what we're going to do right now is to add in our coconut and onion blend. Okay, this will make the sauce rich. So let's just stir this thing in. Okay. Depends on how you like Aviyal. For me, I prefer it to be thicker. So if you want it to be a bit more watery, you can actually add in more water. Color looks good. So what I'm going to do is to cover this and let it cook. And I'll come back. So it's been cooking for 2 minutes or so. I'm just going to give it an occasional stir so that the top part actually gets cooked the same amount as the bottom part. Good time to put in our curry leaves as well. So after washing the curry leaves, we'll just tear the curry leaves into small portions or small pieces like this, and we want to thoroughly mix the curry leaves through. This will give extra fragrance to the Aviyal. Just remember that in Aviyal we don't temper, so that we don't fry spices at the end to add it. Alright, so now we'll just add in our curd. We don't want to cook the curd too long, it's just to heat through the curd. We will use about a cup of curd. Okay. And you can actually see like the thing has just got really creamy, and this is the specialty of Aviyal. Okay, we'll mix this well and then let it cook for, or let it heat through at least to start to boil, and then we can turn off the heat because the residual heat will actually cook the vegetables. So we'll let it just heat through first and then we'll taste for seasoning. This is about the right color for Aviyal, just fairly slightly yellow.